Hey everyone, Roberta with Hand in Hand in Life, and I wanted to make a simple meal for you today. And I tried to set up the camera so you can see everything, but as you see, my camera work really stinks and it's slipping a little bit, so bear with me. I'm just going to make something quick and easy, and like if you like oatmeal, don't shut me off. You can eat oatmeal, but I take my oatmeal to another step because a lot of times you can just make a bunch and keep it in the refrigerator and then do other things with it, like bake with it or eat it cold or whatever you like to do. Today we're making waffles, and I'm heating up my waffle iron. So we're going to start with a banana because normally I will do my oat mix, some milk, and a banana. So we're going to start there. And I always peel from the bottom because I just learned this recently. It's much easier and cleaner, comes out cleaner. And I just pinch, I'm done. I have trash over here, I'm not just throwing stuff on the floor. Okay, maybe that landed on the floor, who cares? So then I'm just going to smash it up. I've just got it in the bowl. You're not really going to see all this, but I'm just going to smash it up with a fork real quick. And this one is really, really ripe. It's one of the ones that you would either throw in your freezer or throw out if you waste. I don't waste. Or bake with it. So I'm baking with it. But when it's at this point, it's super sweet. So I don't have to add sweeteners unless I want to. So all I did was mash it up. That's what I'm going to start with. See, mashed banana. That was hard. That was really hard. I don't want you to work too hard for your food. But this one will be worth it. And I don't measure. If you're watching my show, you know I don't measure. But for you, I'm going to try today. I think this is, I don't even know what this is. I just keep scoops in here like I said before. This is, who's got glasses? 1/3 of a cup. All right, this is what I usually use when I make my oats. But I'm just going to put a really big one in there. And you know what? I might do 2 because I want some for tomorrow. I don't want to have to make it again. So I'm just going to do 2 scoops of that. And that was 1/3 of a cup measure. You use what you want. It doesn't really matter. And then right away I want to get some milk in there. I use almond milk. This is unsweetened almond milk, not flavored. I don't like any of those. I actually like the unsweetened almond milk, and this is my favorite brand. You use what you want. This is a gigantic measuring cup. I don't even know if I need this much, but this is 1 whole cup. I'm going to put 1/2 cup to start, because sometimes I'll mix this with water, so I might want to add water. It's looking like I need a little more. So, all right, it's turning out to be like a full cup of almond milk. I'm just throwing it in there. And the reason I'm doing that right away before I do anything else is I want these oats to soak. These are, this is a muesli that I use that I absolutely love. It's already made for me. Well, this one wasn't really made for me. It was a starter one for me. And then I just made my own and just keep using the same jar. But this one is Bob's Red Mill, which is a great one to start with. And this particular one is Old Country Style. And it came with your oats that are not quick oats, the really good oats, but not the steel cut, because those will take forever. You have to really cook those or soak them for a very long time. So I got some more oats, and they were very affordable at Aldi's. A big, huge bag for like $3.99. They're going to last me a while. And then I got some chopped dates, because that's what's in there too. And that adds so much sweetness and texture, and I just really, really love them now. Like, I have so many dates in my cabinet, it's not even funny. Because, you know, a snack. I want something sweet. Everybody else is eating chocolate cake for a birthday. A couple of dates, I'm good. So that's all a girl needs, a couple of dates. I'm very happily married, so don't even think that. So then what I like to add, chia seeds go in pretty much everything. And this is what I do with my jars. I just cut off the label from the package and tape it on the front. So then I always know, even though I obviously know this is chia seeds. But in the beginning I didn't. And this says a tablespoon. Like I said, it doesn't matter. Is that a tablespoon or a teaspoon? Looks like a teaspoon. Might be a teaspoon. Doesn't matter to me. I want a lot. So I'm just, it's like heaping. And I want a couple of those because it's a couple of batches. You use what you like. This is great. It's like an egg. Like you mix that with a liquid and those little tiny chia seeds start to gel. And they coagulate and they form something like an egg white would form. And so that helps to give this some body and bring it all together. Next thing I like to always add is my organic milled flax. And I don't get the whole flax because they just kind of run through your body. They don't do any good for you, really. You need to get them ground up or grind them yourself. I don't have time. I don't want to grind them. So big heaping, I guess this is a tablespoon. I'm going to do 2 because double batch, real big one. And that stuff is also, it's like a great flour. I mean, the carbs are almost non-existent in that, so I really love it. And I just mix those in there. Yeah, I'm kind of stalling because I'm waiting for this is all heated, but I'm just waiting for those oats to break down a little bit. I didn't feel like putting them in a food processor to grind them up. That's a great way to do it. Just didn't feel like it today, so I'm not doing it. Now this is brand new to me. I'm always trying to find a pancake waffle mix that's compliant to what I eat, and I just can't find one. My husband found this. It's made by King Arthur, and it's called Essential Goodness Super Grain Pancake Mix. Okay, this is the one I'm trying this week. We went to my sister-in-law's down the Cape yesterday, and my husband made everybody waffles, and I wanted one, so I thought I would try what I'm doing for you right now is what worked. But when I read the instructions when I got home, it says you have to add eggs and oil and fat, like butter, to make this work. And I'm like, well, I don't eat any of those things, so what am I going to do? I'm doing this. So I'm just using this as a flour, really, and it's got the baking powder in it, so I don't have to add that today. And I'm, for your sake, going to measure it, like I said. I think I want about a cup. I'll see, you know, how much liquid and dry is in here, what kind of consistency I get. I want to mix that in. That'll give it that pancake waffle consistency you're used to having. If you add some kind of a flour, you can use an oat flour. Oat flour is really great. I just haven't been able to find it in my local store, and I haven't had time to branch out right now. So this was at my local store, so it's what we're using today. And it's mixing up nicely. However, I'm definitely going to need some more liquid, because right now I've got an awesome mix if I want to make a muffin. Put this in a muffin pan. Make a muffin. Put it in a loaf pan, make a bread. It's ready to go. But I gotta first of all tell you my favorite thing. My indulgence is super dark chocolate chips. You want 60, 70, 80% dark, whatever you can get, because there's a lot more cacao, a lot more everything great for you in here. And chocolate, yes, is good for you, but not the milk chocolate, because it's all milk and, you know, fat and sugar. They put a lot of sugar in milk chocolate too. So I don't know. Let's eyeball this. Does that look right to you? Looks good, right? Does that look good? Yeah. So some for the counter, some for me. I just want a couple more. Because it's a double batch, right? I'm doubling everything. So while that sits there and gets happy for a second, I'm just gonna get a little water. Be right back. This is the air I breathe. This is the air I breathe. That was moving music. Wasn't it moving? So I've just put a half a cup of water in there, and I'm gonna see what I get. This is how I cook, guys. You know, I wasn't raised to measure. My mother didn't measure, or I never saw her measure. She just put stuff in, she watched it, she listened to it, she smelled it, she tasted it, and this is how we cook. And it was always perfect. Still is. I just can't really eat as much of Mom's food anymore because she is the butter queen. Love you, Mom. No butter for me. So, I have done this, and I've got this consistency. It is very loose right now. Now, if I was going to leave this overnight in the refrigerator, this would be perfect. Because as it sits overnight, it's going to thicken up because of the chia seeds and the flour and the coolness, and some of this water is just going to soak into all those oats, and it would be perfect for tomorrow. But I want it a little bit thicker. I'm holding on to this chocolate chip. And I'm debating, do I want to put it in the batter or in my mouth? What would you do? Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay, I'm going to put a little bit more of my flour pancake mix here because it's a little too thin for today. I know, I hear your question. So if you put the rest in the refrigerator for tomorrow, are you going to have to add more water? I don't know, maybe. It doesn't matter, does it? Okay, it was just a little bit more. Maybe a quarter of a cup more went in there. So if you're writing things down and you're one of those people, good for you. Go for it. This is my container, so if I have any left over, I'm just going to throw it in here and put it in the fridge. And then I'll decide if I want to make muffins out of it or pancakes. Oh, I love pancakes. Maybe I'll do that tomorrow with that batter. Okay, now my husband's usually the waffle cook. Like, I'll mix this and then he'll cook it for me. So, technical difficulties. Dave, how do I... it was upside down. You gotta start with the knob, temperature knob on top, and there's two blue lights that are lighting up, which tells me it's okay. And then you open it up. And you know what? He usually sprays something. I don't use oil, so I don't usually spray. So I'm gonna try not to. And I'm just using an ice cream scoop because what else am I gonna use it for? But just because I can push this and it pushes this batter out of the spoon much easier than trying to get my finger in a spoon to get the batter out, you know what I mean? So, I don't know how much he puts in there. I just put some in there. You put it down and you turn it. This was a Christmas gift from my sister-in-law to us. And we've gotten a lot of use out of it. When we first got it and I was just starting this meal plan, I'm like, well, that's no good for me because I can't eat waffles. I can't eat pancakes, stuff I love like that. But that wasn't completely true. I can. I just needed to learn how to make them in a way that was safe for me to eat. And that's the fun thing. You know, get in your kitchen and have all these amazing ingredients ready for you and just put some things together. Like if you like this taste, use that. If you like that taste, use that. You could put some vanilla extract in here if you want, or cinnamon. You could put cocoa powder in the same batch that we're using. You don't like chocolate chips? Don't put chocolate chips. Put blueberries. Put raspberries. Berries are amazing for you. Strawberries. You can add, if you wanted to mash up some black beans and get a little extra of that in you, throw it in there. Who cares? There's just 1,000 things you can do with this batter, and I'm excited for it, you know? I think I'm only going to make the one, obviously, because there's only one of me right now. And my neighbor's busy, or I'd invite her over and make her one. She loves to eat healthy food, but she doesn't particularly eat the way I eat, but she's adventurous. So I'm going to get a spatula for this and a paper plate. Be right back. Okay, maybe I need some maple syrup. What am I getting? Oh yeah, spatula. Gotcha. Maple syrup. On my way. All I need is a cameraman. Okay, well that wasn't so bad, right? Because thank God my kitchen, I have it so organized that I know where everything is. Because let me tell you, if you're cooking like this, it would be a nightmare if you couldn't find your way around your kitchen fast. You'd just get frustrated and you'd give up probably. Or you'd go, oh, I'm just going to order a pizza. I mean, this is lunch, by the way. This is not breakfast. I eat weird. I usually have my oats at night before I go to bed because I'm not an oatmeal cereal person in the morning. I want something more hearty. So, for instance, for breakfast I had a giant plate of green beans with slivered almonds on it, and then that meal that I made for you guys recently with the carrots and the little baby potatoes and the cornbread mixed in and then baked crunchy went on top of that. And then I made a couple of plant-based sausages and put that on there. It was a piece of heaven. That was my breakfast. Oatmeal waffles for lunch. I mean, who says what you can do in your kitchen? You want breakfast for dinner? You want dinner for breakfast? Do what you want. Just enjoy it. That's the whole thing. Okay, so look how much I have left. It was much more than a double batch, so I might even make muffins out of this because I just have so much left over. But sometimes, that says it's ready. Sometimes I will make a whole bunch of pancakes and just have them cold when I want a snack. Okay, so I didn't put any sticky, non-sticky stuff. Let's see what I get. Don't put your hand in there to pull that out, please. This is like the hottest thing in my kitchen, other than my husband when he's here. So here is, especially when he's cooking for me, here's my waffle. It's not perfect, but it's pretty darn good, isn't it? And then I'm just gonna unplug this hood because it's super hot and I don't want it to stay that hot. So I'm just gonna unplug that and leave it open to cool way over there. So then that's one side of it. I'm not hiding anything, you know. It's a homemade waffle. I'm not a restaurateur. And no, I'm not gonna put butter on this. I am gonna, look, you can tell the camera is slipping because now you can't see what's down here. It's all mine, okay. I got this maple syrup. I've tried different pure maple syrups and they're not all the same for one thing. A lot of them want to flavor it up, which I think ruins it. I've tried it, but it's just not the maple syrup I remember, you know? It's like my uncle used to own this summer camp called Spruce Mountain up in Maine, and I got to go there. And I would come into the mess hall in the morning for breakfast, and I could smell maple syrup every morning. And so that smell cooking always reminds me of him. And it was a pure syrup. It wasn't sugar. Now, nothing against all those other products out there. I've eaten them many, many times over the years. But for me, eating healthy, I'm not going to put that in my body. It's all sugar and fake stuff, okay? My husband loves it. And it tastes great. But this is much better for me. And believe it or not, I found this brand at my local grocery store. And who knew it would be one of the best ones, because I've been on the internet getting the expensive stuff. It's all expensive, but uber expensive stuff, thinking it's got to be the best. But no, this was a normal price for a jug of maple syrup, but you could just chug it, but don't. And it's the best one I've found. So you go out and taste yours. I'm going to put, and what I do is I just put a little on a section because I don't like soggy food. So I'm just going to put a little on the section. How can I make you see this? Oh my goodness. I'm going to have to just show you. Hang on. So this is what I did. I just cut one little section off. And I put a little bit of maple syrup. Do not drown it, because maple syrup is still a sugar. And it's still not going to be great if you eat too much of it. Especially if you're on a diabetic plan or something like that, okay? So let's see what we got. This is going to be super hot, so hold on to my throat here. One my husband made me yesterday down the Cape was so good I wanted 2 of them. Let me tell you, if you feel that way, wait a few minutes, because the second one didn't go down so well. But this is amazing. And I've got to tell you, that little bit of chocolate bite in there is what really makes it for me. These are fluffy. They're just like any other Belgian waffle that you're going to get in a restaurant or anywhere else, but loaded with tons of really great things for your body. And you're worth it. Take care of you today. Go make these waffles and enjoy it on me. Well, I'm not buying them for you, but enjoy them anyway. Think of me. Have a great, great day. Love you guys.